Welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is pretty specific. We're going to be analyzing the consumer claims and some of the observed business practices of an online store called Cedar-Ash.com. They sell personal care items, lift care, makeup brushes, things like that. And we're sifting through the sources you sent us to really understand what patterns are emerging in their consumer transparency.
That's exactly right. Our focus is squarely on the documentation we have. So we're looking at consumer reporting, consistency in their business behavior. It's all about the patterns, not making a final judgment on the company itself, but analyzing what those patterns could mean for you as a shopper. And of course, we need to be really clear up front. This is all educational commentary. It's not medical advice.
Okay, let's unpack this. The first thing that really jumps out is the overwhelmingly negative reviews on sites like Trustpilot. So what's the primary, sort of the most immediate pattern we're seeing in those complaints?
It seems to center on unauthorized billing. We're seeing just numerous reports from customers who allege they were charged for these VIP memberships or subscriptions.
Things they didn't sign up for.
Exactly, things they say they never intentionally signed up for. And what's really fascinating here is that the source mentions these charges sometimes appeared under different company names.
Wait, let's just pause on that for a second.
Ugh.
Billing under different company names.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's more than just confusing. That almost sounds like an intentional effort to evade tracking. What are the practical implications for a customer trying to dispute that?
Well, it actively hinders any kind of resolution. If the charge doesn't match the retailer's name that you recognize, you're going to struggle to even identify where the deduction came from.
Right.
So it makes it much, much harder to successfully challenge that charge with your bank or your credit card company. It suggests there might be a deliberate mechanism designed to obscure that payment trail.
And that, I guess, that structural opacity on the billing side.
Mm-hmm.
It has to link to the second big concern, right? The product quality and the descriptions.
It does.
If a customer actually manages to get their items, what are they saying about them?
But the reports are really consistent here. They cite perceived poor quality. Buyers note pretty significant discrepancies between the product they get and the misleading descriptions on the website.
So not what they ordered.
Not what they ordered or not what they thought they were ordering. And this often includes missing or wrong items altogether. And this touches on a really fundamental expectation of consumer transparency, accurate labeling.
And when you combine those issues, the billing confusion and then the poor product quality, that puts immense pressure on customer service.
Yeah.
So what do the reports say about trying to get a refund or just resolve an issue?
This is where the lack of transparency really becomes significant. The review found no public information about the founder or the team behind the store.
Right.
Just nothing. And attempts to contact customer service were reportedly just about impossible.
Impossible how?
The reports say that emails go unanswered and the phone numbers don't work. So it creates this frustrating circular loop where it feels like the business model relies on making the cost of pursuing a refund in your time and your effort way higher than the value of whatever you bought.
Okay, finally, let's look at the marketing. The marketing claims. The source notes constant, huge discounts on almost every single product. What does a perpetual sale model like that suggest about a business's focus, especially with everything else we've just discussed?
Right. If you connect this to the bigger picture, constant, extreme discounting, it really influences impulsive buying behavior.
It creates that sense of urgency, right?
Sure.
Buy now or you'll miss out.
Exactly. The strategy shifts the whole purchasing decision toward the immediate price, not the long-term value. And when you couple that with all the reported quality issues and the support failures, it may hint at a focus on maximizing quick sales, high volume, exploiting that sense of urgency rather than building a reliable brand with, happy repeat customers.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Our analysis of these sources really highlights that pricing and perception can be, they can be manipulated by business and visibility. If a retailer hides its team, obfuscates its billing, and cuts off access to customer support, that low price tag often just becomes bait for a much bigger headache.
And that raises a really important question for you to think about. When you encounter an offer that just seems too good to be true, how much weight do you actually place on customer service reliability? Or on business transparency? How does that weigh against the size of the discount? It's definitely something worth mulling over when you're navigating the complexities of the digital marketplace.